because for the Oscars, this movie, you hear a lot of it all through the awards as we're going to Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah. Yeah.
The name is, it's everything
everywhere
at once now.
Touche.
Yeah. When we talked about it on the show here some months back, we talked about the fact that it was the best use of... so, the Marvel has tried to explain the multiverse. Marvel has tried to explain it so many times. But with this particular movie... It was
best interpretation
exactly,
of that.
It was powerful. And then acting all those roles at the same time, Michelle Yeoh.
We'll get to talk more about it when we get to Best Picture. But one reason why that movie is big is that it had the most nominations this year. And it's basically a foreign movie.
Yeah.
That's why it's big. And you see, in this country, Africans, it's Africa.
Mike. Why? Deep breaths.
Can we go back?
The winch that is disturbing Africa is Africa itself. Like, I'm so pissed. Do you know why I'm so pissed? How did the Oscar committee, as it were, in Nigeria decide? 3 movies were brought before the committee. Election Oba, King of Thieves, and what's the final one now? The final one has skipped my brain. I'll get it now. These guys decided not to submit anyone.
Okay.
Decided not to submit.
It made me, we spoke about it here now. It's not even that it's new. It's just that because of the nominations have come out now, we now remember that this happened. And there was no reason, like, submit. It's not like, just submit.
So just submit, so you literally
We've
never
submitted
know.
previous years. We've submitted before. We'll get to that. We'll still trash them. No, of course,
what? Let's go back to the nominees.
No, but what I was talking about, for people that don't know, what that's talking about for the best international movie, that's talking about movies that are outside Hollywood who have one particular award and all of all that. Let's look at the nominees for international feature film.
Yeah.
Argentina, 1985. Argentina. Close, Belgium. EO, Poland. And The Quiet Girl, Ireland. Nominees for best.
Wow. So I was just looking at the nominees so there's something about when the nominations come out. That's when you actually want to go out and watch them.
Yeah. So I think what we need to do before we even make any submissions going forward, these movies that are actually nominated for this category, let's sit and watch them. Yeah. Right? Maybe we'll see a pattern and all of that. To be very honest, the movies that actually, Election Oba, I'm not trying to drag any movie, but I believe there are other Nigerian stories that actually would do better.
Then why don't you send it? We're not saying it has to be any of these ones.
Yes, just
we have submitted before. You don't have any limitation. You're not supposed. You just put in.
Miss the deadline.
Yeah, exactly. You just put in. Once you, we really say it had to be those ones. Those were the ones that they decided to talk on.
Yes.
The point is that get those ones and put it out there. The other time we saw this movie Parasite.
Sure.
It was another saw how
movie.
Good, how well that movie did.
Done, yes.
You don't even have to spend so much. Megan we're talking about now. Megan was made on a budget of 12 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what 12 million is in Hollywood?
Wow. That's change.
12 million is, 12 million is what you pay an actor. Yeah. A star actor. It's more than that. I mean, that's 1/5 of what you paid Robert Downey Jr.
Speaking of actors, there was a particular actor who was nominated for Best Actor that I was really interested in seeing nominated, Brendan Fraser. Okay. He was in the movie called The Whale. Now, this was his major comeback to Hollywood after a long time when it was said that Hollywood has sort of blacklisted him for so many different reasons. And him coming back and getting nominated is like, honestly, it's just a powerful story. Yes. And apparently, because I haven't watched it, but apparently he did really well. He had to put on some pounds for the movie, so much more. Hopefully we can see the nominees for Best Actor soon.
Yeah, soon.
Okay, so quite a lot also. Let's take a look at the nominees for Best Cinematography.
Wow. Even when we picked our best movies of the year 2022, on the couch here, we picked Everything Everywhere. It was on our list.
But then again, I wasn't, when I saw the nominees for directing, I was surprised I didn't see Way of the Water.
For directing?
I'm telling you.
For directing, I was actually very
I feel like intentionally, they did not nominate that movie.
Yes, I feel that.
Man,
it's going to take
it is. I mean, this is a maverick. This is a guy that waited he had this idea. He wanted to do this movie before Avatar. Sorry, before Titanic.
Yeah.
But he said the technology was not ready. He helped
Yeah.
build the
Had to wait.
technology.
I feel a lot went in, I wish.
So yes. And then for one movie that we didn't see there, but is there, is Top Gun Maverick also.
Yes.
For Best Picture. Best Picture is normally what people call the crowning glory of
Yes,
the
of
Oscars. Because
course.
so it's looking at the best, like, the best movie overall. And I must say that the movies here are on point. Top Gun is one that really shocked everybody. Nobody expected that this movie will gross over 1.4 to 1.5 billion. A remake of what? Not a remake, a sequel to an old movie. And so kudos.
It's actually very rare for any sequel to have this kind of effect.
Yes, of course. But no, a lot was put into Maverick, sorry for cutting you, and all of that. So I totally was not even surprised at all.
Amazing. Cinematography for me is very deep because it goes so much into how it looks, not really the story.
No, not the
So
story.
when they say a picture gives 1,000 words, when you have a motion picture, imagine how many words that should tell you.
Yeah.
Cinematography is the kind of movie that if you're watching it, you don't even need to hear what they're saying before you feel emotions and everything.
Yeah, it's talking about
the
movements of
movie.
cameras, talking about lighting, talking about a whole lot of things in all of that. So yeah, of course.
You're drawn in just by what you see with cinematography.
Wonderful.
I would have loved, I'm not sure if Avatar was nominated on that.
It wasn't.
It
It wasn't, surprisingly.
cinematography. I'm not
Okay, I'll
sure.
check it out.
But
But then
I just
one
feel
other
the
thing,
movie was snubbed away. I think
in
they just
some
put,
ways,
I'm telling you, in a way, I think they intentionally did
Whip
that,
is
to
coming
be
for
honest.
you.
No, seriously.
But
Seriously.
one thing that also put up a lot of talk was that for Best Director, there was no female nomination.
Oh, yes. That
There
as
was
well.
no female nomination for Best Director, and some females did quite well, and there's talk about that. You know, because I mean, after 2020, there's been they've done their best to be diverse and all of that. You know, all other categories have male and female.
Yes.
But for director, you just have it's gender.
To be very
gender,
honest,
you know.
yes. I honestly don't feel is everything that they need to do this woman and woman thing. If there are movies that actually fit it, then fine. However, if we see most of the biggest movies, or rather most of the movies that had the best directing, are actually male directors, then there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, now
it
you
just
spoke
probably
about Avatar.
means that female directors should sit up, and I feel we'll
You
take
spoke
them
about
as
Avatar: Way of the
instead.
Water, which
Yes.
Winfrey Field should have been nominated like 13 times.
Yes,
Yeah, if you've not seen this movie, there is a visual masterpiece that you have not seen.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. This
Look
is
at that.
a
The
some
fact
part of the
alone
trailer.
that this movie was shot underwater. That one alone, it didn't come out of there, no.
Yeah.
Well,
The detailing, we still haven't broken this down. I'm going on like attempts.
Winfrey,
Content,
we'll have to give one show and call it Way of the breakfast.
No, but
Wake
you
Up
know the
Nigeria,
funny
Way
thing?
of the Water.
I'm telling you.
But there are other award academies that would likely give it a lot of awards. So the Oscars is different. They have their own, set of, rules and all that, whatever is going on. But it's award season. It's not just about the Oscars.
Yes.
Yeah, but when
so
it
we'll
comes to
see.
movies, the Oscars is the biggest.
Yes,
No one comes close.
I was
There's-
thinking also about best animated movie.
You'd have to see this movie in 3D to appreciate all of the beauty that went into putting this movie together.
Yeah.
It has crossed 2 billion. It is going stronger. Maybe it might hit 2.4, 2.5. I don't know if it has the legs to do that, but let's see how it goes. It opened in China last week. China is a major market for the international distribution. Now, by the way, West Africa and Nigeria, we are now pulling our weight. Black Panther, by the way, big shout out to Angela Bassett for her nomination in Black Panther. Black Panther made over 1 billion naira in West Africa. So Africa is also trying to push its own when it comes to the international market with box office numbers. We'll still talk more about one or two other nomination categories.
See
when we
Avatar
get
in
back.
5D if you can. Let the chair be shaking and the wind be blowing.
We'll see you after this time out.